If you want to make money designing websites with Divi, you are going to love what I'm going to show you in the next few minutes. Check this out. I have KrafterPRO Agency. This is a unified space for any agency or freelancer. And I want to share with you everything that it has. So I want to first of all talk about handoff. So, you know, when we design websites as designers or agencies, we would like to give a complete, detailed information sheet which has everything that's to do with the website that you've been designing. And oftentimes we have to go to third-party applications to compile this and then sending emails and so on. But with KrafterPRO Agency, you don't have to do that. So over here we have a handoff. So you're working on your website. So this is where you get to add your own logo. Okay, so the logo that you add in here is your agency logo. So I'm just going to go in and just grab a copy or a screenshot of this logo right here, like that. And then I'm going to drag and drop it in here like that. And if I want to adjust the logo size, this is what I would do. And this is going to be on the letterhead of the final PDF. So over here, you can see it has these completion steps. Now it picks up certain things automatically. For example, it knows the URL, it knows the hosting provider, it knows the WordPress version, and so on. So here, if you have a staging URL, you go and add your staging URL in there. So I am going to say none. So all you have to do is to fill this in. Okay, so once you filled it in, if you go further down here, you'll notice that there is also more things, Divi here. If you have custom CSS location, you add it here, JavaScript, and so on. Over here, it picks up all your plugins that you've installed on the website you're working on. So at the moment, I have Fluent CRM, KrafterPRO, and of course, I have user switching. And then there's more information that you have to fill in. So custom fields, if you want to add a specific field, you'd come over here, add your specific field that is going to be added on to your handoff. So here we have content management, performance and security. You can add in your caching plugin, whatever it is. How to clear the cache, you can give basic instructions in there. And all this will be part of the handoff. Design assets, if there's any design assets here like fonts, final logos, you add them all here, okay? So as you can see, there's a lot that you can do. And then finally, we have the sign off. So client sign off, and then you can add the date here, the agency sign off, and your form will be complete. So once you're done, all you have to do now is to say export PDF. Okay, so first of all, you have to save it and then you have to export. Now, do you see what has happened here? I now have a PDF that has all the information. So here you can see the project summary is there filled in for me. It also has my logo over here on the top. And when I scroll down, you can see we have our active plugins. If you have the license keys, you can add them over here. And this is what you give your client. And in my opinion, this saves you a lot of time and this is really, really awesome. So that's handoff. Now let's talk about the style guide. Sometimes you may want to look even more professional. You'd go in here, you add your style guide. This will show you all the assets, the colors, the fonts that were used, all the presets and so on. And this again will also be a PDF, okay? So this also gets information from the website. So if I refresh from site, this is going to pull the colors from the actual website I'm working on. And it will also have all the actual colors, the shades, and this is going to be designed and presented in a beautiful, beautiful way. Now, bear in mind that right now we are working on a beta version. The next thing I want to talk about here is the downloads. So over here, instead of us downloading KrafterPRO and we had to install these two other files. It was very confusing because we had a zipped file and then you have another zip file inside the zip file. Well, this version of KrafterPRO Agency is done with that. All you have to do, you have to install one plugin and that plugin will have our design system inside here. So this is where you download the latest design system. Okay, so if you click here, boom, you can see it has been downloaded, right? I am going to install this in a moment. We also have the theme builder template. If I click here, again, it's downloaded. I mean, look at that. Isn't that cool? So I'm going to pretend that our website does not have any design systems on it. So I'm going to now come to reset and delete everything. So I'm going to delete all the presets, and then I'm going to delete all the colors like that. So everything is all gone. Now check this out. I'm now going to come to import the file that I've just downloaded, right? So to do that, I am just going to drag and drop it over here like that. And now I'm going to do a quick preview to see what the file has. So if I click here, you can see now it tells me straight away that we have 50 colors, 2 fonts, 26 spacing presets, and so on. And then when I scroll down here, it's telling me what is going to be added, and everything is going to be added here because we have a site which does not have colors, fonts, presets, or anything, right? And then it's telling me what is going to be imported. I mean, how cool is that? All right. So with all this, it tells me the fonts that are going to be added. It also tells me the spacing system. It also tells me the fonts, the H1, H2, H3, and so on. So this now is going to be imported. I'm going to click on confirm and import, just like that. Okay. Now everything has been added, and I can now start designing my website with everything on it. So let me just do a quick example. So now that my design system has been installed, all I have to do is to go to my dashboard here, go to my pages, and when I start editing my website here, you're going to see now that everything is going to be much, much easier to manage. I'm just going to add something quickly here. So let's say I want to add a heading and a paragraph text. So let's search for text. And this is the beauty of designing with a design system. Now I can just click in here, and when I come over here to the top, I can choose my size. Boom, just like that. I don't even need to do anything extra. This is heading 1 by default. I can come over here. If I need a massive heading, which is also responsive, I can do that. And notice that these are the 2 actions that I've done. But if I go into a smaller screen, you'll notice that my text here has gone smaller. And my text has gone smaller, looking beautiful on all devices. I mean, this is super, super powerful. If I do a quick preview here, again, when I drag this, you can see the text getting smaller and smaller. That is because it is responsive. So as a designer, you don't have to spend time memorizing what size you're going to put for the heading and for the body text and so on. It's all done for you, which is fantastic. Right, so let's say you want to work on an existing Divi website and you want to use KrafterPRO Agency. Well, sometimes it can be scary to just download presets straight away on it. Well, now there's a new option which, before you do anything, you just go ahead and just download what you have at the moment as a backup. So if something does go wrong, guess what? You are going to now just come over here and drag and drop it here to restore it. So the file that I've just downloaded, you can just come over here, drag and drop it, and then restore it. And then your site is back to normal. That way, you have no anxiety about, oh, you know what, my colors are all gone. What am I going to do now? Nope. You have now a dedicated backup, which you can just go in and, back up your site, try and import all the design system, presets, and so on. If they don't work out for you, you can just roll back to where you were over here. Now, there's also other things that are really exciting. We have the system here, which has pretty much everything to do with what's on your website. Okay. We also have the help. This is where we're going to have our videos, our links, and the release notes are going to be here as well. We also have the license. Okay. This is going to have a license. So, and this is a very important point. If you want to have KrafterPRO for a lifetime license, this is the time to buy it. If you purchase it now, we are in beta, of course, but I'm sure in about a week or so, once we iron out everything, and at the moment we're doing a beta test. And by the way, if you want to be a part of the beta testing, here's a link. You can go ahead and I'll actually leave a link in the video description below. You can go ahead and become part of this. You'll get the latest version of KrafterPRO Agency. So if you purchase this, and I'll leave a link to that in the video description below, you will have an unlimited license forever. If you delay until launch day, this is going to be a yearly subscription, which means to use it, it's going to be yearly subscription. There's something I forgot actually. Check this out. Over here, if we go back to the dashboard, there is a shop tab. This shop is where we're going to have our starter sites. Our starter sites are going to be well built. They're going to be based on a proper design system, plug and play. All you need to do is to download your starter site, install it, and it's ready to go. These are websites like for restaurants, agencies, you name it. They're going to be ready to go websites with all the files, all the automations all set up. So this is going to be super exciting. So you're going to have, for the current price that's there, everything that I've just explained. This is a huge upgrade, and I'll be adding a lot more features to this. And this, if you want to make money with Divi 5, you're going to need this. This will just make things much easier for you. You're going to come across as a professional because you're going to have the right documents. So all you need to do is to go to the link that I've provided in the video description below and get your unlimited license today. In the next few days, the unlimited is going to go. There's going to be a licensing system. It's going to be a yearly one. And of course, if you don't renew, you won't get access to the starter sites and all the other goodies that I'll be putting together. And I'll also be working on a Divi 5 design workflow because that's what's lacking right now. Okay, so you're going to be a part of that as well. So go ahead. The links to that are in the video description below. And also, if you head over to Divi University, I have the courses here. Go ahead and check it out. I've got Divi 5 Mastery 2. This is a huge course. It's got 1,415 students right now. This is a get up and running fast with Divi 5, saving you hours and hours of going online trying to find, how Divi works and so on. So check it out. The links to that will be in the video description below. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one. Take care.